Weeks after his swearing in as third president in 2015, Geingob entered the halls of State House with a 26-member executive made up mostly of SWAPO party's heavyweights. At the time, he announced that portfolio appointments were informed by experiences and qualifications of some ministers. There were also additional ministries created, which are poverty eradication and public enterprises, despite criticism, and he renamed some ministries. Dr. Geingob defended his decision to enlarge the cabinet, saying it was driven by the need for service delivery, as he roped in retired Bishop Zevania Kamieta and Leon Joeste to head the ministries. President Geingob kept the initial cabinet until 2 years into his presidency, and rather some interesting developments at governing parties level. In 2017, 2 cabinet ministers, Pendukeni Ivula Itana and Jerry Ekanjo, decided to contest for the party's presidency against Geingob, who was the vice president at the time. He eventually emerged victorious and gave the 2 contestants the boot, replacing Ivula Itana with Franz Kapofi, who was the Presidential Affairs Minister, and former Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Erastus Utoni, filled Ekanjo's position as Minister of Youth. This was the start of Geingob's first cabinet reshuffle. Soon after jetting home from the annual AU summit in February 2018, he relieved the late Vice President, Dr. Nikki Yambo, of his duties due to ill health and replaced him with Nangolo Mbumba. Mbumba handed over the SWAPO Party Secretary General position to Sophia Shaningwa, who was the Minister of Urban and Rural Development until the 2017 Congress. Other changes to the cabinet included the former Minister of Trade, Emmanuel Gajideko, moving to Presidential Affairs, taking over from Kapofi. But barely days into his new assignment, Gajideko quit on health grounds and was replaced by Martin Anjaba. Former Works Minister Alpheus Ngarusep swapped post with Agriculture Minister John Mutorwa. Obeth Ganjode moved to Economic Planning portfolio, which he took over from Tom Alwendo, who made his way to the Mines and Energy Ministry. Saki Shangala moved to Justice, switching offices with Dr. Albert Kawana as Attorney General. Former Deputy Ministers Pea Mushelenga and Stanley Simata were promoted as Ministers of Urban and Rural Development and ICT respectively, after Chekerotweo was moved to Ministry of Trade. In December, President Geingob reassigned the then Health Minister, Dr. Bernard Haufiku, to advise a portfolio in the office of the Vice President, appointing veteran politician Dr. Kalumbi Shangula as the new Minister of Health. The year 2019 was probably the most uneasy period for Cabinet. Not only were pressures mounting due to elections, but scandals, corruption allegations, and exposés tainted its credibility. On June 8th, former Education Minister Katrina Hanse Himarwa was convicted of corruption by removing 2 names of beneficiaries from the original mass housing project list when she was a governor. Hanse Himarwa resigned as minister, and Presidential Affairs Minister Anjaba was appointed in an acting capacity. Just before the November 27th voting, 2 cabinet ministers, Fisheries Minister Bernard Ieso and Justice Minister Saki Shangala, resigned from their positions following a bribery and corruption scandal involving Icelandic fishing company Samarei. The 2, together with 8 others, have since been arrested and are facing charges. Home Affairs Minister Franz Kapofi has been acting in the Justice portfolio, and Attorney General Albert Kawana as Minister of Fisheries.